What's up, chat? Welcome back and welcome in. My name is Evan. We are back here in Celeste with Chapter 4, Seaside Golden Attempts. How is everyone doing? What's up, Fan? What's up, Hero Brian? What's up, Blob? Blob, how's the Minecrafting going? Hope y'all are doing well. You asked your teacher for extra credit and he responded with sad trombone noises? That's crazy. That's really funny, and also that's crazy. Oh, hope everyone's doing well today. Good to see all of y'all. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to get out of this this space we were in all stream yesterday. We'll finish this level today. It's very much in character for him. Is he just a sad trombone noise-making type of person? Oof. That's pretty good. He carries two little cat things in his pocket at all times? What little cat things? What two little cat things you talking about? Little cat statues. That's so cute. I love that. W stream tags? Thank you. My stream Blob, I've had the same stream tags for like months now. But thank you. Thank you for noticing. Oh, observant one. I thought they're pretty good. Alright, we're chilling. Just never looked at them? Yeah, I don't blame you. Who would? Who would? Who would when there's such interesting and fun things happening on screen? That means I'm doing a good job. I keep you so entertained you don't have to worry about anything else. Speaking of entertained, he got a letter from our governor or mayor or something, and he was like, and in this one he called me by my first name. He has a wife and kids, it's for the bit. It's because he has a history teacher that he got the letter. Oh, interesting. That's super cool. Very cool. Very interesting. Blob, I was playing on the Minecraft earlier. I stacked up 2 double chests full of dirt today. That's how I spent my time. That's how I spent my time today. I was when you were streaming, when Jay was streaming, and during listening to lectures, I was just digging dirt. My house is looking great. Well, I've been like slowly, like every time I get on, I'll add like a couple bricks to that house, but I'm building like a bigger house, and like a farm and stuff out at a different location, and I'm like slowly chipping away at that area. And by slowly chipping away, I mean I moved 2 double chests full of dirt. Like IRL? No, in Minecraft. I did not fill 2 chests full of dirt IRL today. Found an awesome hidden location near spawn, so proud. That's so interesting. I'm so interested to see if I can find your hidden location. You thought IRL? No, I did not spend today shoveling dirt all day long. Although one could argue that would be a more productive use of my time. Daily digging through the backyard IRL. Wonder how big of a hole, how deep of a hole do you think you could dig before you can't dig a hole no more? I'm sure there's a limit. I mean, it must depend on what type of soil you're at or whatever. Let me know if you do find the hidden location. I'll leave a chest of rewards. Nice. I'll keep my eyes peeled. It's like you have to do it to like make sure you keep your place as secure as possible. You like put out a bounty to see if people can find a way to break in, and if they do, you give them the reward, and then you patch whatever security holes you had. You told your teacher to at least make it sad tuba noises because that's what you play instead of sad trombone noises. Nice. They got to swap to the tuba for you. That's genius, actually. Like ethical hacking, exactly like ethical hacking. Correct. That's what I was thinking of, except for Minecraft home security. Exactly. I want to do some ethical hacking, but I don't know much about code. I mean, yeah, it's... I was gonna say you don't have to know that much. It depends on what you're trying to do exactly and how big of companies you're trying to work for. It'd just be for funsies, not as a career. Yeah, because the problem with that, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to accidentally, like, mess up someone's infrastructure. Even when you're doing it ethically, if you don't, just doing bounty stuff. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is, like, even doing bounty stuff, if you don't, like, you gotta be careful what you're doing still. Even, because it's ethical if you get permission to, like, do it, but you still want to do it in a way that's, like, non-destructive and stuff. Why is Brozo blue? Dabba dee dabba die. You know what I mean? Do I ethically hack? No, I don't have the know-how. Or the drive to. It could be fun. I feel like I would have to know a lot more than I currently know to comfortably do any of that. I'd have to know a lot more of the coding side of stuff than I do, for sure. Oh man. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. The vibes of this stream are very good. Thank you. It's because I'm so blue. Cause he don't got nobody to listen. What a song. What's that band group name? Is that Eiffel 65? Am I correct on that? Dane, in answer to your question of why though, because I can. Because it's nice to have my overhead lights off for a little bit. I was AFK. Did we hit room 3 yet? You can go back to AFK. Nothing's happened. No, we have hit room 3. Yeah, all that's different is I don't have my overheads on, and those ones are just so yellow comparatively, and I could, like, in theory just color correct for them, but then all my other lights are a different color. I don't know. I guess I have my main light, which is right over here. I can blind you with it if you want. My main light is it's still a little bit warm. It's a little bit of a warm color. It's not perfectly it's not a cool white by any means. I agree, it looks nice. That's good. There's still aspects. Lighting is like the one. I don't know. I'm so picky about it. Really pop without the overhead light. Yeah, no. I definitely think the way it is currently is better for focusing me. But I can end up doing it in a way I think that lights everything better. But I think I need... you just don't get to look at every strand of the hair anymore. That's true. I think I can make it work if I get one more light that I can actually control. I need good light to lock in. It's too somber. I just get sad. I mean, I get it. My screen's bright enough, so I guess that's fine. It's just for stream lighting specifically that I need more light. I think I need one bigger wash overhead at the moment. At like a half brightness of what my current overhead lights are. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll pick that up for the holiday season or something like that. Can I just respawn this? Yeah. Oops. But I'm getting all the mileage out of this webcam, that's for sure. I'm making sure it does everything I need. And the lighting certainly helps with it, for sure. Was working on some homework in my boyfriend's room, and he doesn't like having artificial lights on. Doesn't have much natural light, and I was getting kind of dark, so I just started getting sad. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I understand being overwhelmed by artificial light, but it's especially, too, if the artificial light is the wrong color. Like, if you've got the wrong, at least for me. Like, if I don't need the most, like, warm lights, but I can't do with just, like, white or cool white lights. Everything's gotta be slightly warm. Otherwise, yeah, it's sad. For me. But also dim, too. We're on that dimmable bulbs everywhere. I guess except for in this hallway, which I stream from. So, which is why I don't have control over my overhead lights. Maybe I could just replace the bulbs in them, though. I don't know. I mean, I do know, but the problem is that the problem is that there's two lights, and they're just angled weird, and they're at different distances from me. It ends up just muddying things up as far as stream presence goes, I think. Whatever. I don't need to yap no more about this. I need to lock in. Y'all didn't come here to see me talk specs, stream specs. I get why he doesn't have artificial light. I just don't like minimal lighting when I'm working on homework. Yeah, especially if you're doing homework, then that's difficult. If it's dark out and there's no artificial light, I'm just cooked. Yeah. That's rough. Came for the yapping personally? No, I know. That's what we're all here for. That's why I'm here too. I'm not here to play video games. It's my talking time of the night. That's what it's all about. Okay, but also to try to get better at this game, because I do enjoy it. What's the incentive behind streaming earlier? Yeah, so Dane, the stream schedule is going to be shifting in general, just because of my school, work, wife Brozo's work, and also to give myself more than like 5-6 hours of sleep every night. Because I've been pretty consistently like getting 5 to 6 hours, which is not good for my health. Fortnite stream time's changing too? Probably. I'll keep y'all in the loop as far as that goes, obviously. Yeah, and I usually get, like, I can make it work on like a 6-hour sleep, but it's just, it's not as good for me or everyone around. I don't have as much energy. We want me at my peak, not just getting by. W Brozo taking care of yourself. W wife Brozo for making sure I take care of myself. Ah, come on. Yeah, will do, Dane. I will tell wife Brozo hi from you. Oh. Oops. Oh, you missed the answer, Hero. The answer is yes, Fortnite streams will undoubtedly have to move earlier as well. The thing is like, it kind of all depends on... consistently, yes. On the weekends, I'm not 100% sure because it also depends on my schedule with work, if I end up closing and stuff like that. I'm just gonna have to play it a little bit more by ear. I'll give you time in advance to know, obviously, if you are still wanting to and all that. But yeah. Oops. Yeah, Fortnite streams are tactically on Blob's weekend. So I know what's going on. During the week, when do I actually ever work? Blob, don't do that to yourself. You be doing a lot of work, my friend. You're doing a lot of work. Don't sell yourself short. You're doing the work. Alright. Was that a perfect room 3 right there? Was that what we were all looking for? Perfect. When did I meet your wife? When did I meet my wife? I met my wife. I'm trying to think of how many years ago it would be now. Like 13 years ago? I was in middle school. We were in middle school. Isn't that crazy? My wife. When did we start dating? Good question. In middle school. Right at the beginning of high school. Isn't that wild? And now you're gonna say, what the hell? That's crazy. Yes. And the thing is that between middle school and now, we hadn't talked to each other or seen each other or anything for like, I think it was like 8 years or something. I'm trying to do all the math in my head. 8 years sounds about right. Yeah, my first girlfriend. It's true. Isn't that crazy? Thought it was a straight shot from middle school dating to now. No, I feel like that would be just a recipe for disaster for like anyone. We need to, you know, it's good to have time to grow. I think as individuals, it's important for anyone. Nah, if that were the case, I think wife Brozo would be sick of me at this point. About high school. What's your opinion on that? I don't got no opinions on it. Very storybook? Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much, what can I say? All's well that ends well. Yeah. Ow. But yeah, middle school is crazy. Also, like, but that's kind of like the reason why, like, Doug, I knew you in middle school. We both knew each other as middle school versions of ourselves, which, like, I don't know about you all, but like that's when you're at your cringiest and you're usually like it's pretty tragic. It's pretty tragic all around. So like we got a pretty good idea of who we're dealing with as people. Early stream, yo, what's up, Z? Yeah, we're gonna be starting streams earlier. Welcome to well, yeah. We're gonna probably end up pushing to like even a half an hour or an hour earlier than this on the regular. At least if I can consistently make that happen. Yep. Lots of clarity when you come back together, I bet. Yeah, and just like I don't know. There's that. I mean, it's obviously different for everyone, right? But there was like just a feeling of comfort of like, I know who I have been in the past, and you've seen some or a lot of that, and that's a good thing. I don't have to like. You don't have to try to understand that part of me. I'm doing brain transplants on virtual dogs in Fallout. That's crazy. That sounds incredibly stressful. I could never. Dude, sometimes wife Brozo tells me, because she worked at like a vet clinic before, that she's got some crazy animal stories that like I could not do. She handles that kind of stuff much better than I. Oh, come on. Just a button press and talking to people? That's not, I doubt it's that easy in real life. I don't think that's how it goes in real life. Oops. Yeah. Oh, it's too early. How old am I? I'm 26. Good question. Good cue. I don't mind you asking. 39, yeah. I'm 41 years old. Saw an ad for dog cloning like a few months ago, and I'm wondering if someone will try offering the same service but for dog brain transplant so you can keep your dog forever. Yeah, they do. Not just, I know they do cats as well. Like basically any pets. Like there's obviously a price to it, but like you can get your pet cloned, which is crazy. He's lying. Blob's telling the truth. So why else would he have uncle tags? That's true. It's a good point. Kind of messed up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Death's a part of life. Yeah, but like, okay, then we get into the whole clone argument, because like, is the clone, is the new life a lesser life? Does it diminish the fact that something died? I guess if you're using it as a replacement, people really want a clone stamp for their dog. Like, why'd you love your dog? That's fair, I guess. But you get the whole nature versus nurture argument then too, because like, is not your new dog, although a clone, a different dog? Yeah, but is that like more or less ethical than being like, wow, I love my dog, I'm gonna pay someone to breed, like, I want a dog that looks like my old dog, I'm gonna pay a breeder who's like bred dogs to look like the dogs that I like. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Can you appreciate your dog you spend all your time wishing they lived forever? Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. No. Oops. You're forcing your dog to basically live on, and making a clone blurs the distinction of different dog or same dog. Yeah, I mean, well, it blurs the distinction for you. New dog doesn't know the difference. Dog clone doesn't know that it's a clone. So, like, really the only issue here is your grasp on reality with how you interact with the death and life of it all. Hero, you're saying lock in, and that's a real good point. I will pretend that I didn't have a couple beers and we'll be okay. We'll be chilling. Yeah. No. I think it's about having compassion for yourself. Exactly. I would agree. Well, yes, I would still, if I'm being real with myself, yeah, I don't know how I feel about the whole argument, but yeah, I think if it's a way to escape having to deal with the trauma of loss, then that's a major problem. that's something you really got to tackle. Obviously a difficult subject, so it's easy to understand why someone would want to find an easier coping mechanism there. I'd frame letting dogs stay dead as having compassion for yourself. Yeah. I think that is a completely understandable argument. Cat died the first day of school, but I wouldn't want to clone her because she's her own cat, you know? Yeah. No, I got you. That's so sad, by the way, also. I'm so sorry for your loss. I need my little cats. I feel ya. Oops. Except last night, one of my cats was being so annoying. He was just yelling for no reason. I don't know what was going on. We had to close him out of the room. I said, I'm sorry, bro. I can't have you in here yelling. It's really hard showing up to school the next day. To be honest, yeah, of course it was. I don't blame you. It's really difficult. Would have been worse to be at home. Yeah, I feel it. It's difficult moving on and things like that. Especially when pets take up a lot of our time and thoughts. Well, that's a lost run right there. Sometimes you see things moving in your peripheral and think it's her. Oh. How old was she? 15. Dang, she had a good life. Adopted her when she was 10. Aw, that's so sweet. We love an old adopted cat. That's so sweet. Oops. Cousin's cat got to like 23? That's crazy. 23-year-old cat is wild. Yo, what's up, chef? How are you doing? Welcome back to the same place we were. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. We adopted her because one of our other cats died and we didn't want our remaining cat to be lonely, but they hated each other. Yeah, getting cats acquainted with each other is really difficult. Our two cats, for almost the first year that after we got our second cat, they both hated each other, and we had to keep them in separate rooms basically for like almost a whole year, and like slowly introduce them to each other. And now they're fine for the most part. I mean, they're just cats now. They'll get pissed off at each other every once in a while, but like they'll sleep a couple inches apart from each other. You know, they're chilling now. Chef, you're doing well, except you think you broke your controller? Oh no, that sucks. What controller is it? That's awful. Same thing with our parakeets. One died, so we got two more, and then you two bullied the OG one, so we had to separate the new one and the OG. That sucks. Dang. New kids on the block really said, nah, get out of our way. That's crazy. They call him OG. Some cheap Chinese knockoff controller? Buddy, all the controllers are made in China. Just kidding, not all of them, I'm sure. But I'm sure a fair good chunk of them are. Oop. You should get the Logitech submarine controller, the one they used on the submarine. I heard that one holds up pretty good under pressure. Might be good for this game. Had gerbils and they really liked each other, but then one day the bigger one began bullying the smaller one to the point of her bleeding and being very weak. Aw, that's so sad. Had to separate them? Yeah, some animals can get real mean to each other. You gotta really watch them. No, chat, I fumbled. Fuck. Oh. That sucks. I was so locked in, and I just missed that one tiny last one. Got further? Yeah, I literally got one step away. I was one block off.
Nice throw.
They had a nicer model of the controller, so I thought I'd try the cheaper model before committing to the expensive one. Lasted about 6 months. Holy crap. What controller did you get? Now I'm interested to know. So I can never buy them or ever look at them. We got this. All that means is that we got this. Not like that, though. Oh, Blob, also, how was the changed day-night cycle good for you? I don't know if it's too long right now or if it's fine. Because I think, I mean, the days last pretty long now, that's all. Easy SMX company's model ESM 9110. Okay. Interesting. I don't even know what that looks like, but we'll look it up real quick because I want to know. What are we talking about here? ESM 9110. Oh yeah, that looks like a controller that's going straight through a TV. That looks like a controller that's gonna crack after I do one freaking bad jump in this game. Yeah, nope. Struggle with death? Like just the concept of death in general, or like of yourself? Because like, yeah, it's scary. I feel it. I think that's a good sign that you're feeling thoughts that everyone that's ever existed in the span of humanity has felt. Congratulations, welcome to humanity type. We got that. Yes! Yes! Look at that work. Do we do 5C now? We can move to 5C. Let's go. High fives all around. GG, everyone. Others mainly, my boyfriend usually. I think it's normal to think about those things, you know, to have some, but not to the point of, I think, constant fear, right? Okay, your controller had a really good analog stick and the buttons were great. Oh yeah, I forgot you do analog. Ugh. Didn't like the buttons on the back of the controller. Also used to red ring for no reason. Oh, that's annoying. Another day, another victory for the OG. That's my freaking goat. That's what I'm talking about. You know it. That's what you signed up for when you showed up here. Another day, another victory. Do we know what's happening here? I don't remember. It's Wump City. Oops. Started when I had a nightmare about it towards the beginning of the relationship, so it was bad for a couple weeks. Now it's intermittent, but it can be really vivid if I let it. Yeah, that sucks. I don't have bad nightmares that often, but I've had some that just like, oh, it's awful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're able to find things to kind of mitigate that for yourself. Oh my. Oh, the nightmare just happened once. Okay. Well, hey, that's not that bad then. At least that's not reoccurring, because that would suck. Oops. Usually just text him asking him not to die. That's fair. Understandable. Ever had a night terror? I think I've only ever had one when I was like 6 and never since. When you say ever had a night terror, in what regard are you talking about? Are you talking like half awake type, or like extreme nightmare? I mean, I've had some pretty gnarly ones, but I used to get terrible fever dreams. I would have like reoccurring fever dreams for sure whenever I got sick. And I've definitely had like a good handful of nice sleep paralysis stuff. Not recently, but at least a few. Before the Easy SMX controller, I used an Android controller model GC201. I loved that thing, but I ripped through the plastic covering on the left thumbstick during my golden runs. Yeah, that makes sense. Just shred that right off. I think my dad's Nintendo Switch, I think his Joy-Con controllers, just from playing, I don't know, dude, I feel like I played my Switch a lot, but my dad just playing Zelda has completely run his I think mainly just the left joystick, also just down to the ground. Like it's completely smooth, and that thing is not smooth when you get it. It's got little ridges all over it. I don't know. Dude's stressing over there over his 100%ing his Zelda games. I don't know. I guess I've never melted my controller like that. What am I doing here? Am I doing that? Now I think about it, vividly be similar to the nightmare I described a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult when you're worrying about someone else, especially if it's stuff like that's out of your control, right? I think that's part of recognizing that you are two different people, and there's things about your person that they'll take care of themselves, you know? And it's not on you to monitor, I guguess. I've had sleep paralysis once in my life, couldn't move while laying on my back and saw something with a human figure leaning over me looking down. When I watched it walk away, was immediately able to move again. When I went to look, there was nothing. Yeah, it's the worst. That's the absolute worst. But like car accidents, not his control, but he'd just be gone the same. Yeah. That's where that's just statistics. That's just worldly statistics of being alive. You never know, that's what you gotta appreciate it all. Where am I going here, chat? Do I go to the bottom one, right? I go to the bottom one, I go right, then I dash up. I go to the right, then I dash upright, then I fall, then I move upright. I'm moving on from death. Hey, you know what? It's a part of all of our existences here on Earth, right? It's just, it's difficult to know what to say because everyone's experience with it is different in the way we deal with those kinds of things. But it's important we recognize that, it's there. You have options here? Bet. I choose option run into the spikes. Was that the correct choice? Not every bubble is needed. Okay, understood. You're saying just wing it and hope for the best. In my mind, you just told me to wing it and hope for the best, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm cool. Well, you said it, not me. As long as it's not me saying it. Just kidding, don't boost my ego. That's crazy. I don't need it. Thank you. Thank you, though. Your kind words do not go unnoticed. I do need to actually figure out what we're doing in the next room. Why do I... In what... Let me actually just look here. Okay, we can go up there, over. up. Okay, down diagonal. Wounce. Climb. What do the gems do? The gems give you your dash back. You can only do one dash in the air, and then you gotta get it back. Yo, Blob, thank you so much. How many bits is that, bro? Was that a 50-bit dip in the pool? Or that's a 40, right? Or a 10. It doesn't tell me. It literally didn't tell me. Wait, I can click this button. 30. There it is. It's 30 bits. Thank you, Blob. That's so kind. Just 300? Oh my goodness. 3 whole 100 bits. Music's so good? Yeah, the music is great. No, I know it's just 30, not 300. I'm just being silly. We bounce here. We climb. We grab that. We jump over. We fall. Do we really jump all the way over there? Thank you, Blob, for the 40 bits. Don't spend it all on one place now. I'm gonna spend those 30 bits all in one place. Get blobbed on? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay. When we dash, what's going on with those spikes over there? Wait, those don't activate? I guess because we're not in range there. You gonna buy one single Bazooka Joe bubblegum? You know? I might. Yeah, there's not really much you can do with 30 cents, but I guess now Blob turned it into 70 cents. I don't even know what you can get for 70 cents nowadays. 70 pennies at the store. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna kind of hope for the best. Oh! But yeah, Bazooka Joe's great. Met a guy a few days ago who loves Epic the Musical and we geeked out immediately. I still haven't watched Epic. And I know I would enjoy it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm crazy like that. There's an everything is 69-cent store near me. You can buy one thing. Alright, bet. I'll just come to that store that's near you. Perfect. Sounds good. I'll just figure that out. His voice kind of reminds me of you. Interesting. Interesting. What's the... I always blank on the name of the show. Musical fantasy show. Gallivant. That was a fun show. I'm sad it ended. I'm sad it got... I can't remember if they stopped it because of Timothy Olyphant's health or what. Yeah, Gallivant. It's really funny. They did 2 seasons. It's either 2 seasons or 3 seasons. And then they had another season planned, but they never ended up doing it. I think because of one of the actors had some health stuff going on at the time or something. Or maybe it just lined up with them also not continuing the show. I can't remember for sure. But yeah, I very much enjoyed that. It's very dumb, funny. And I think Weird Al shows up in one of the seasons, which we always appreciate. He has a great musical number called We're the Monks. It's pretty good. But man, the freaking... I mean, all the characters are very good in that show. But Timothy Olyphant, I think that's his name, right? Who was in... he was in Psych as Lassiter. Timothy Olyphant. Am I correct? I'm correct. No, I'm not. I'm thinking of another person. I got people mixed up. Hold on. Lassiter. Is he also a Timothy? Or am I just dumb? Timothy Amundsen. It's Timothy Amundsen. They're both weird O last names. That's why I got messed up. Of course. Of course. Yeah, it was 2 seasons of Gallivant, and then a 3rd season that was planned, but then I think they turned it into like a stage musical or something. But holy crap, that's a funny one for me. Man, why do these people all have to have similar names? There can't be 2 Timothys. That's impossible. Oops, bonk. Hey, you know what? At least we got one of the Goldens today. That's something. I'm saying that as if I've already given up on this one. Only one Timothy at a time? Yeah, and don't ever talk to me about Timothy Timepiece again. I never want to talk to Timothy Timepiece ever again. Get that guy out of here. Oh, bonk. Is this 3rd room? I feel like this is 3rd room, right? That's crazy. I feel like the first 2 rooms of this are much easier than the last one, but maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm the freaking goat at doing wounces. I'm the best that's ever done it in this game. Spent 20 minutes theorizing a solution to a problem that I don't actually have, only a version of me has it. This version exists solely in my head and has literally no bearing to me currently. It's that the hobby which I had the issue is not a hobby I partake in. Interesting. So you're problem solving for things that don't exist. I love it. That's wonderful. That's future proofing, just in case. I don't know, maybe I should have jumped earlier. Maybe I had to go there. I had to jump off of it before it was all the way down. Oops. Well, hey. I didn't press the dash button. Am I dumb? I mean, I have respect for all of you joystick enjoyers out there for this game. I don't know how you do it. I don't think I could ever do any of this like that. My brain just does not function for quick changes in joystick direction like that. My brain was not coded in COD back in the day. It never got it down. Oh, we just bounce on it. We don't even grab it. We just bounce right on it. That makes sense. Can't understand keyboard players in this game. It's mental to me. Well, I think I could play on a keyboard fine. I'm a D-pad enjoyer for my platformers. Keypad I understand. But or keyboard rather. But it would just be a lot of relearning. And I feel like maybe worse for my wrist. All right, we got our ad break coming up in a minute, chat. Lock in. We're gonna take our 3 minutes of ads. Feel free to stick around if you'd like. We'll be hanging out for another 20 minutes or so after those ads roll. And yeah, we'll have more good times. Who knows? We'll maybe even clear this area here. D-pad feels secure, joystick feels all wobbly. I completely agree. Not only that, but I just feel like I can swap between directions better that way. Stick is definitely wobbly, but feels comfy to me. It just doesn't. I don't have the level of precision control with my joystick movement that I would need for a game like this. I just can't do it. Let's see what you said here, fan. It's a footstool that has latch-like system below the footstool, but above the floor is stairs that'll fold out. What is this even for? It's a full... You've made attic stairs. You've reinvented folding stairs. You've made a rope ladder? Is that what I'm seeing? With gravity, the stairs will extend down into the basement. Similar mechanism on the underside to get back up. So you've reinvented a rope ladder. When the attic stairs exist, they have space in the attic. This is on the floor. Interesting. Yeah, whatever fan is smoking, can I have some? For real. Oh. Alright, I'll be right back, chat. And we back, 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 and we back. Okay, we ready? Lock in. We're getting this right now. This is the run. Starting now. Are we there yet? Oh my god, that was unnecessary though. Nope. Chuck Testa. Nope. Yo, chef, have a good lurk. We'll catch you around for sure. It's like attic stairs, but with an entire footstool attached in a strange way and not in the attic. Yeah, I'm still confused. You're saying it, but I'm like, where are you trying to go with this? You're trying to go down, right? Because you were saying something about going into a basement. Do you have drawings in? You're trying to go down. But, and what's the purpose of the footstool? I need you to break down each step for me, cause I'm tripping over what this footstool's for. Why not just have so people don't trip? Why not just have like a little sign? Because when the stairs fold, they go above the floor. Okay. And and I'm pretty okay, so I'm picturing this in a way that like, because for the stairs to fold in a functional way, I think you could actually do this, and I think you could do it in a cool way, and I think we can make this work, fam. So here's what we're talking now, right? I think instead of this contraption of yours that's hiding under / behind / next to the stool, I think we take your idea and we turn it into a under. Okay, yeah, they're currently under, right? But right now, what I'm envisioning is like, we've got like the hallway that you're in or whatever, or like the room that you're in, and there's a footstool here. Is this like a trap door situation in the floor where like the only spot where I can see down into the basement is after this pit underneath the footstool has opened up? Or is this like a hallway going, like I can see down there? Alternate method of going down also, yes. Okay, so we're talking like, you've got basically your footstool is acting as like a manhole cover. Oh, it's a random hallway. Okay, so I'm walking down a random hallway. The only other method is through my parents' bedroom. Okay. So you're walking down the hallway, and you need to get down to the basement. And then there's a random footstool, and under the footstool is a secret hatch that deploys stairs. It opens up and simultaneously deploys stairs and opens the passageway directly down to the basement. Correct? This is crazy. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to picture how this works. It's beautiful. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see the vision. Is this footstool at like a wall? Are we at a wall in this room? Or does like the hallway just keep going and this is like a footstool in the like the middle of the room? Yes, okay, we're at a wall. Hear me out. I think you could, but I guess you're tied to the idea of it all existing under the footstool, right? You're in your ideal world for this, the entire contraption lives under the footstool. No worries, Chef. I'm trying to puzzle out how we built Fan's footstool contraption. Oh. Otherwise, my parents trip on the stairs. So the footstool still exists when the what? I was an ad, so I popped into Discord to say hi to a friend, and then they would shut up. That's so fair. Dang. Well, welcome back. I'm still puzzling this out. Okay, so Fan, when the stairs open up downward, the footstool is still there, right? Does that mean the footstool is now the top step of the stairs? I told them I had to go take a shit and hung up. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, who knows? You could be. The footstool is on a hinge, and you make it go vertical when you unlock one side. So the footstool lifts out of the way. So you basically are pulling the footstool out of the way. And then as you pull the footstool out of the way, that also is the opening mechanism to open the trapdoor in the floor, illuminating the basement, and putting the stairs down all at the same time. No, not quite. Okay. I'm trying. We're so close. I'm so close to understanding the full picture. Not quite. Okay. I just want to know. Okay, what am I missing? Is it not a trapdoor? Is it not? The stairs are not opening like that? We're gonna get there. No. The stairs would have to be telescopic then in order to fit into the footstool? Right, something. The unlocking mechanism is what lets the footstool go up, and it allows the stairs to fall because that's what's holding it in place. So Fan, my question to you is like, you might think this is crazy. Why can't the stairs be there in that spot going down all the time? Why are the stairs retracting? That's my... Not enough room? Not enough room in the basement? Because like they're perfectly stored under the footstool. Screw it, Fan, send me the schematics, I'll fund the project. we need to get this on it. Someone get this on Kickstarter ASAP. We need to get the backer kit going right now. GoFundMe, all of it. Launch a campaign. We'll have the product ready to test in 2042. Oh, can't do this shit. Oh, I mean, I just feel like at this point we solved the whole problem by just having like I'm the backer, Brozo. I got infinite money. Just send me the blueprints. Drawings are very bad. Oh, I have links off in the chat. Sorry, fan. I can't easily get rid of it. So no one can click links. Yeah, because I had people like bot spam and stuff in there. I was trying to mitigate it. Yeah, DM Chef. Or also, are you in? I don't remember if you're in my Discord either. I'll have to add you on there. We've got a Discord server there if you want to join. I have to manually approve people, also to mitigate bots and randos jumping in, because so I'll have to. Yeah, you could just Twitch DM me too. That works. So I could take a look. Don't know how comfortable I am with Discord. Oh, no worries. You're all good. Whatever you prefer. Oh my. Oh my. Well, it's miraculous. Oh, I see. You're dumbfounded. I'm a little. So I see the stairs because you wrote stairs and then drew little lines to them. So they like slide down like that. I understand. So they're sliding down and then locking into place under each other. That's functionally, you could make something that does that. So I see it. And then that's the whole reason you have the footstool. Is because the footstool is covering that's sitting above the floor. And the reason you're doing that is because there's not enough space in the basement to have the stairs extended all the time. You need that space in the basement open. Okay. We're getting there. Now my thought is, I don't know if you're going to have enough space just directly under that footstool to open up a pit into the basement for me to squeeze through and squeeze a whole ladder down. That's going to have to be a large footstool. What's happening right now? That's a good question. That's a brilliant question. Yo, let's see. I'm looking at a picture that fan sent me is what's happening. Z. We're analyzing a picture. Let me see. Yo, fan, can I show this on screen? Is that chill? Yes? Okay. Baller. Give me 1 sec. Please do, actually? Okay. Let me see if I've got a spot to drop it real quick. Okay. Is this it? This is it. Beautiful. Alright, chat. Here's what we're looking at. So, as you can see, there is, up in the top left, you can see the entire mechanism in place, which is footstool on top of layered up ladder. Then there's the top down, which is showing that it is a footstool, and you can't even see that anything's going on underneath it. And not only that, But Fan, did you draw a nice little pillow or something on top of there? Is that what's going on with those little squigglies? I like that. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So it's got a little cushion on there. Embroidery. Holy crap, there's embroidery on top of... It's a flower. See, I knew something was special was going on top of there. It's a fancy footstool with embroidery on it. Holy shit. Okay, then underneath we have our retractable stair ladder system. And I know I've actually seen mechanically similar ladders, I believe, that slide and lock into place. So I think you could do a step system like this. I guess you could close it with like a rope system. You'd have to be able to manage both the unlock and the pull with a rope or something. You can't embroider? Yeah, Chef can teach you. Or Wife Brozo can. Figure it out. Yeah. This is something. It's something special. I like it. But now, what do I think of your brilliant idea? I'm trying to wrap my head around what I think exactly. The nice thing about it is that you could replace this. It doesn't have to be a footstool. You could put a side table there. You could have it be you could disguise it as a cardboard box if you wanted. Laughing so hard at your comments this whole time? Well, we're just trying to rationalize your incoherent thoughts. Clearly you're having a brainstorm of some kind. As long as you can connect it to the hinge and it can go back up out of the way, yes. Exactly. So we could market it. Fan, I hope you know I'm not making fun of your idea. I think it's a little out there. But I appreciate the work you've put into this. It's certainly special. We're creating a solution to a problem we didn't know we had. Well, and the real reason, the core problem point here, the problem doesn't even exist. Correct. The problem we have created is none of this mechanically can exist in the basement. It must store itself out of the basement, and the basement must remain from the inside as if unchanged. This is entirely for a version of me that may need the basement after my parents go to bed. Oh, and that version of me does not exist. That's crazy. That's Binding of Isaac type, jump into the chest and fall down into the basement type behavior. Oh my goodness. This version of me does woodworking. Man, I do not do woodworking. Hey, I've got the stuff. I could do some woodworking. Isaac could build us up a prototype. Oh no. That's how I'd make the bench and stairs and mechanisms. You're making the entire latch system just out of wood? My goodness. Impressive. Basically, okay. Well, okay, if the whole thing's made out of wood, I feel like that... Then we're gonna have some problems. Simply create a larger gap between the ceiling of the basement and the floor of the first floor, creating space to store the extra stairs. You know, Chef, you are saying that. Not only that, there is enough of a gap between the ceiling of the basement and the floor of the first floor, because that's how floors and ceilings work. So, Chef, you may have stumbled upon the logical answer to our solution, which is that floor does not equate ceiling. Floor equates floor, and then there is material in between floor and ceiling, because that's how floors and ceilings are made. So in theory, we could just put material in the in-between area, but that defeats the purpose of this geometrical problem we're having. My thought fan was just hiding some sort of a staircase or something inside. But the thing is it has to be completely retractable and not exist in the basement. That is a problem. I need to be able to attach. Wait, I need to be able to unlatch and reattach everything from above or below. This drawing is still in front of you? Oh, I know. I wasn't really playing, sorry. I was just messing while I was looking at it. That's why there's a mechanism below, too. Okay, so the mechanism below has to... similar to the one above. So you're keeping... Wait, Fan, are you keeping a footstool in the basement? Is there another footstool in the basement? No. Okay. Then where are we storing the stairs/stair ladder once we've pulled it down into the basement? Look at the drawing. All right, pull up the drawing again. I pulled it up and I don't know what we're doing at the bottom. When it goes into the latch system can be done from above or below. Oh. Okay. It just goes back up into that. So you go down and then you just push the whole thing back up into the ceiling. And then you pull it down when you need to go. Okay. I got it. Let's take a look here. Hold on a second, sorry. And my whole thing, I don't know if this defeats your whole ideology here of what you're putting down. I'd like to be honest and put on record this is not the rabbit hole I expected to go down tonight, but I'm not mad. Yeah, me neither. Let's take a look at this here really quick. So imagine, I know this is not stairs, this is a ladder. You're just imagining this exact mechanism but with stairs instead of a ladder? Because this does all the things you've said. Am I right? The only... Basically this extra complicated with the footstool. Yeah, so it's this but with a flowery footstool on top. And instead of it being a ladder... So I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how that works from above. This? What if you step on it from above and it just falls down? Right, you don't do that. Well, okay, so in this scenario, this is happening from an attic, right? So normally you would only be taking the ladder down when you're going up. Maybe the ladder can help get the gold berry? Yeah, exactly. Parents, it's dark in the morning? Yeah, they usually have a latch to lock it in place. But yeah, if this is too big, you could, instead of a footstool, can that latch be undone from either side? I'm sure you could very easily make it be undone from either side, yeah. That just involves hooking up one extra thing to push the latch. It's just two different latches with the same purpose, exactly. Please get the golden with the ladder on screen. Alright. We'll get it right now. This may have stemmed entirely from a misunderstanding of how those work, Loki. Bring the ladder to the golden. Do you want it this big? Or should I make a smaller? Should I make our ladder smaller? Up to you guys. Do we want the ladder? Or I feel like I should bring fans. You sure you want the ladder and not fan schematics? Make it extend beyond the borders of the window. Got you. Hold on 1 second. I can do that. I'll put it outside of my normal, Hold on. Where did it go? There you go. That's where the... Stretch it vertically? Well, now it goes... I can't make it go farther off the screen than that. That's on top of my border. Most of my time was on the latch system. I hate to break it to you, but like... I'm sure any type of latch system any of us could come up with has been done, and not only that, was probably invented like over 100 years ago, which is unfortunate. Gotta put the ladder where you gotta jump so you can climb it. Oh shoot, you're so right. Chat, I don't know if I can control the ladder, and in fact I know I can't control the ladder and the game at the same time. This is actually good though, because you can't see exactly how I'm fumbling. Oh no. Sucks to be after the Renaissance. Can't just invent shit and make money for real. They were out there doing everything they possibly could. And it just worked. Can I put the ladder back? Yeah, I got you. What do you think of my invention that doesn't really exist? I think it's inventive for sure. Ladder lets us see a little more. That's true. Here, how about I do this? Hold on. Hold on a second, sorry. Here's what we'll do. I'll just put this one up here. Is that better? Oops. I invented a few soups and sauces and have made infinite money. Y'all just aren't creative. Damn. You're right, chef. You're right. We need to really step it up. Good point. What the hell did I do there? That was crazy. Alright. This is like putting Subway Surfers on the screen? Yeah, except none of this is moving. So how is it supposed to grab your attention? Wait. Quick. How can I... Filters, add a filter, do that, do this, filter, add, something, do something. Is this doing anything? Fill type. Nope. That didn't do anything. I'm trying, chat. I'm trying. No, none of these other things I'm trying to do are doing anything. Oh well, we can have it scroll. That works. Is this good for you? Chat, is this helpful? Is this good for is this good for stream? Oh. I'll let you climb this ladder as well. There you go. All I had to do was emulsify a vegan carrot and ginger gazpacho, and suddenly I'm a published chef. It wasn't hard. That's crazy. A vegan carrot, huh? That's certified chef material right there. This is fire? Good. Well, I know we were gonna starting stream earlier, but I did not expect us to come up with a you know, I'm always out here trying to run like a pretty minimal stream aesthetic as far as what we have on the overlay and up on screen. So this is, I'm glad we found something that I can really tie to the channel's brand and my whole aesthetic as a whole. I think this really brings out a lot for our stream here. I know y'all feel the same. No, I did not expect this to be the turn that the stream took today, that's for sure. Oops. Can't eat vegan carrots, I'm a meat eater, only carnivore carrots for me. Yeah, I feel it. Alright. Thank you for the hydrate. Alright. We're gonna give it 2 more deaths, chat, and then I gotta be done with stream for today. That's 1. That was 1. 3rd time's the charm.
Nice throw.
3rd time's the charm. All right. That's got to be it for today's stream. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Fan, thank you so much for whatever ended up happening to this stream. I appreciate it. It was a good time. Thank you for everyone for hanging out. Thank you everyone who's been in chat. Thank you everyone who's been lurking. W's all around for all of you. I appreciate y'all greatly. You are the best. I'm just figuring out all this stuff real quick. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Have a good rest of your night. Check the Discord to see when streams are happening, because I'm going to start doing them a little earlier in the day, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Things are going to be on the move and on the change. Y'all are great. Let's see where we are taking stream to. We are going to go to Zoe Tech, playing some more Celeste, or hanging out and yapping, most likely. Or actually, no. Zoe's about to raid. Zoe's raiding Pretzel Cat. We're going Pretzel Cat then. I got this. Hold on. We're going Pretzel Cat for sure. Not to like double up on the raid, but we're gonna make it happen. Can we get a ladder emote? No, I can't add an emote for everything that happens on stream these days. I was doing that, and then I ran out of emote space. We don't got any room. We don't got any room left. Wait, Chef, you said wait a sec. What's happening, Chef? Oh, you were gonna guide the raid? Up to you. You can use them. We can go somewhere else. I was feeling like doubling up on Zoe's raid and hitting Pretzel Cat Girl. But if that's not what you want to do, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, we're going to Pink Pixie IRL. Is that correct? Yes. Gotta say hi? Totally chill. Let's do it. Pink Pixie IRL. Why is it's Chef? I hate to say it. Either she's offline or she's got raid restrictions that I cannot raid over there too. So Pretzel Cat Girl it is. Catch y'all over there. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being awesome. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye. I'll refund you your points, by the way, chef. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm starting the raid. Did I dye my hair? Nah, it's just darker. I don't have my overhead lights on right now, Jay. So I don't have the highlights on my hair like normal. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all on Pretzel Cat Girl stream. See y'all there. Bye.